This is a big issue now. Because everybody can build using a tool like Lovable, using Replete, Bolt, one of the vibe coding apps, because everyone can build, that is no longer the barrier to entry. It used to be that if you wanted to create a piece of software, if you were a non-technical founder, you'd have to find a technical founder, which is, so whenever I went to entrepreneurship meetups, etc., most of the people there were like, oh, I've got this great idea, but I just need someone to build it for me. Which is why CTOs and tech people get paid so much, by the way, because they actually put in the work and learn how to build this stuff. That's no longer a barrier. You can build stuff with Lovable. It won't necessarily be the end product, the one that you're going to take to market, but you can build a prototype, you can build an MVP. Anyone can now. What this means is it's exciting because anyone can, but it's also a problem because that means an oversupply. Now that anyone can build anything very quickly, the problem is not building, the problem is distribution. So if you go to an AI tool directory, and there are hundreds of these directories, if you go onto these directories, most of the projects that are dead. AI tool directories are basically graveyards of projects that have launched on Product Hunt and then disappeared because people are not building distribution at the same time. So you have to build distribution. It's becoming more and more important. Greg Eisenberg has talked about this, how the new 80-20 is 80% distribution, 20% product, because you need that distribution to get anything that you build out into the world and to start getting feedback. Because now I could sit down in the next hour and put together an app, and I've got a bunch of ideas and I can put together a prototype, but so can everyone else. So that means you need that distribution. So I'm in a better position because I have an audience of, I think, about 250,000. So I can build something in the next hour, put it out and say, hey, what do you think of this? That's awesome. But it's taken me years to build up that distribution. What people need to be doing right now is, if they want to be able to launch like that, is you need to start building distribution ASAP. There's a guy called Yoni man.mp4, or Yoni can do it, I think. And I mention him a bunch. You've probably heard his name. Yoni will do it. So he's done this in such a clever way. He started a year and a half ago, 2 years ago, posting in public about building. And he used a little camera like this one. I know he used this one. He used the Osmo Pocket specifically, just to record a video every day. Say, hey, this is what I'm thinking of doing. I'm going to build this. Or maybe I've got some ideas, like just a little diary, basically. He's done it for 500 plus days now. And he used that to build up an audience and talk to the audience about what he's thinking about building, asking them what would be useful, etc. And then around day 300, or I don't know, about a year into it, he actually built. And he built something called Brainrot, an app, and he launched. And because he already had an audience of 100,000 people who were following his build in public journey, it did really well. It went to #1 in Product Hunt in his category, and it started ranking on the App Store as well, because he built distribution first and product second. Really smart, and anyone can do that. You just need a camera. You can do it on your phone. I have this little Osmo thing. I've spent far too much money on adverts, on computer gear and cameras, but you don't need any of that. If you've got a phone, you can start to record your journey and build, and you need that distribution locked in because, yeah, for someone like Gary Vee, obviously he can build and launch something with Lovable, but he has millions of people that he can talk to. Fantastic. If you don't have that distribution in place, then you will launch to crickets, and that is very demotivating, very demoralizing, and that's why it's probably the most important thing right now, and it's going to get more important as well. Oh, George, are you coming to see Lovable as well? From the, I just saw that you, Chief Growth Officer, have you come from Rwanda to come and see Lovable? That's awesome. Tell me if you're still in chat, and I'm sure I'll see you in the next few days. Very cool. The context of that, George, you tell me if I'm wrong here, but the context of that is Lovable did a competition called Lovable Shipped. I need to be very careful saying that, but Lovable Shipped, PPED, where it was not a boot camp. It was a program where you would build with Lovable, and at the end, a few people would be flown over to Sweden to come and meet the team, and there's like an award ceremony. I think I should know, I'm going to it in a few days. So I did not build with Shipped, but what I did was at the beginning of Shipped, because it was so exciting, I gave out something called a buddy code. It's like here's a way to get into the competition. It was totally free, so I just gave it away to make sure lots of people knew about it and could participate. And I somehow gave away the most of these codes, and as a result, they're flying me out to the award ceremony, the gift. I don't know, I'm not quite sure. I should find out. I hope Brenton's not watching this, the lovable guy. But yeah, tell me if you are here for that, George. I'm not sure if you're still in the live, but if so, I'll see you in a few days.